So it has been raining the last little bit, and it made me think of Thailand for the rainy season, and also Songkran, which is just a time where, anyway, Songkran's in 10 days. Elephant! And there is a lot, so I decided to tell you stories of my time in Thailand. We'll call it the 10 days of Songkran. And the first one I wanted to talk about was just being in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, which is not Thailand, as you'll notice, but is important to the development of the story overall. So I went on a mission trip to Thailand for 6 months, but before that we went to training for it. And if you're unsure about mission trips or things that nature, I'd like you to stick around and watch for the 10 days, because I think it'll be a little bit different than what you're thinking of. So Harrisburg, Pennsylvania is this time in my life where I met and lived with a ton of awesome individuals, and we were all there learning how to love people well, learning about Christian theology, learning about Christian worship, learning about what missions is in the world, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. It's one of the most formative times in my spirituality. We are crossing the road, and because of this, a couple things. So Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, at the time that I lived in it, we lived in the poorer side of town in this really old house, and it had a carriage house back behind. That was where the guys stayed. And one of the stories that I remember most vividly is getting up way early in the morning and going running with a group of people, because they wouldn't allow the girls to run unless there was a guy along with them. It might sound kind of sexist, but they just wanted it for the protection. We heard gunshots a couple times while we were in Harrisburg, so the area was just a little bit dangerous sometimes. So, we had hours that we were supposed to be in the house, things like that, just for our own safety. And some of the times there, I've got way more stories about that time, but it just struck me how living in a certain place and learning certain things all mesh together. And it was important to be in that place and to learn those things at the same time, because they all work together to kind of inform my passions and how I understand my spirituality. So part one of 10 days of Songkran. Stick around. I hope to see you tomorrow, and hope that you're well. Peace.